Welcome to Stately Investing. To all of my new viewers, hello. And to all of my returning subscribers, welcome back. In today's episode, we are just going to do an update of my accounts. It's been a while since I've updated you all on my portfolios, my passive income portfolios. So I wanted to do a quick recap in this episode and let you guys know what's coming up for the rest of 2021. But first, if you want a channel that is going to help you speed up your journey to financial freedom through dividend growth investing, Stately Investing is the place for you. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications, and let's get started. All right, so we are in my Robinhood account here, and we have broken the $25,000 mark in my Robinhood portfolio, which is exciting. So we are in mid or late January 2021, and I'm going to quickly walk you guys through the portfolio, let you know how things have been going, and kind of give you a history of what's been going on in January. So if we look at the month view, I'm basically even from the beginning of the month. I have not been depositing a ton of money into this account, just dividend reinvestments. So we'll go through the dividend history here in a second. I haven't added any stocks in particular or removed any stocks, so the portfolio has remained mostly stable. And you can see we've gone kind of up and down throughout the month, basically coming out even with today, right? So we're right around $25,000. If we look at the 3 month, you can see that I'm up, which is great. And then for the year, which is basically the entirety of this portfolio, you can see that I'm up over 25%. So I'm pretty happy with this account. My main holding is Store, so STOR. You guys can check out my video. I'll put a link up top on why Store is my favorite stock. You'll see Store in a lot of my passive income portfolios. I think it's I bought it at a place where it was a great opportunity, but also it's just a really well positioned stock for dividend growth investing and also just dividend growth reinvesting, along with which there's another video I have on store capital versus realty income. Again, I'll put a link up top, my two favorite REITs, and why O is always in my portfolios. O is also a monthly dividend provider, and so you get a stable income from that. So Store and O make up a big portion of my portfolio, but you can also see, Starbucks, Public Storage, Prudential, Coca-Cola. And again, remember, in Robinhood, my main goal here is to buy things that I think are undervalued. So they're dividend producing, dividend income, but they are slightly undervalued for where I think they should be. And then I will go and purchase those stocks. So you can see there's a mix of industries here, a mix of stocks. And, right now, mostly today, things are up. Again, we'll go back to the daily view here. We see we dropped below 25,000 already, right? It's up and down today. But a lot of this is coming off of RTX. So Raytheon Technologies having a good, I believe today their earnings was released or will be released here soon. And so they are bumped up quite a bit today. But let's go into my history and you guys can see exactly what's been going on. Why don't we look at transfers? So you can see in January, I did deposit around $800 so far, coming from January 4th, a deposit of $500, and then January 12th, a deposit of $300. So you can see before that, I hadn't really deposited anything in this account since October. So quite a stretch there at the end of 2020 where I wasn't depositing anything into this particular account. Again, I don't have any reoccurring investments into this account either. So you can see that, I did put a significant chunk in at the beginning of January, but prior to that, not a lot was going on. So why don't we look at dividends? You can see I have a dividend coming from AT&T on February 1st, so in a few days here, of $51.49. So a pretty big dividend. It's enough to buy more than a share of AT&T, which is always great, right? So if you think about this, if AT&T's price stayed exactly the same, I would be buying an additional share every quarter. It's really like a share and a half, almost 2 shares every quarter. And so then that's just going to buy me or going to gain me more dividends every time it pays out. And so that's the power of kind of compounding dividends, which is the theory behind my dividend growth investing strategy. And you guys can, check out my previous videos on why I love dividend growth investing. But in January, you can see the dividends that I've gotten so far have been from Altria, so right around $40, which is also right around where the stock price usually hovers in recent history. So again, I'm buying almost a share every time. And then next, you can see dividend realty income from realty income, which is O, and then store capital, again, being the majority of this portfolio. You can see that it's $94.26, which is basically 3 shares. So, a lot of my portfolio is in that particular stock, and I really enjoy it. So overall, I'm happy with the account. The portfolio looks good. And, we're hovering right around $25,000. But why don't we go and check out my M1 account to see how that one is doing? All right, so we are in my passive income portfolio here in my M1 account, and you guys can see I am hovering right around the $45,000 mark, so $44,890. This account does have reoccurring investments, right? So I put in $250 every week into this account, and then occasionally I will put in additional sums of money. But you can see that the overall return for this portfolio is over 32%, which is amazing. If you look here right in the middle portion, you can see that $5,000 of that is for market gain, but $1,000 of that is from earned dividends, totaling $6,000 in gain. So that's pretty amazing, right, for a portfolio that I just started a little over a year ago. You can see just kind of the steady trail up, and over a sixth of my dividend or gains are coming from dividends, which is amazing, right? And that's what we really want to see in this account. I'm super focused on dividends with this account. We can jump into the holdings really quick. So if you guys aren't familiar, you can see from a value perspective what my biggest holdings are, and then you can see that a lot of that is Altria Group. You guys can check out my video on Altria versus Philip Morris to see why I love these two stocks. So you can see in the top 3, Altria and Philip Morris are both there. AbbVie has been another winner for me, and Johnson & Johnson. So all of those break over $2,000 each into my account, with Altria almost hitting $3,000. You can again see Store Capital here in the top 6, and then Microsoft along with a few other industries, right? And I try to keep this portfolio pretty diverse. I haven't really touched the mix of this portfolio in quite a while. I think the last time I added or removed something would have been in October. I have not done my year-end analysis the way that I normally do at the end of every quarter, so I will probably do that sometime in early February, just to make sure that things still look good and that there aren't opportunities that I'm missing out on with other stocks, or if there's kind of dead weight in my portfolio that I need to cut. Like I said in previous videos, I don't like to remove and add things very frequently because that doesn't give my dividends a chance to work. But you guys can see here what is in the portfolio, or at least what the top things are in my portfolio. Another fun view to look at is the unrealized gain to see which stocks have been the biggest winners. So Apple has grown the most in my portfolio with over 72% growth, and a decent value in my overall portfolio at $1,300. Target has been another winner, Caterpillar, Store Capital, right? And this mostly has to do with when I purchased the shares and how much they've either grown or declined. Let's look at some of the losers in the account. So if we look at the bottom here, my biggest loser has been Lockheed Martin with a 10% loss. But again, remember that's paying me dividends as well. So not a total loser, but it's been a mix of dividend growth, but also share price decreasing. So overall, like another one is AT&T, right, where I'm losing on the share price. My average price was $31, and we've lost some money on the share price, but have gained some money on the dividends and reinvesting those dividends across the portfolio. So overall, this is a good view for you guys. You can see from my funding history, like I said, you can see what it was in 2019, what it was in 2020, and in 2021, because we're almost at the end of January. So there have been 4 weeks where I've done $250 deposits, And again, you can see that here in the activities tab. So overall, I'm happy with this portfolio as well. We're going to soon hit the $50,000 mark. And I think overall we'll hit the $75,000 mark across these two portfolios, which will be really exciting. Assuming that we continue to see gains in the stock market and gains in my dividends. Just a heads up, I wanted to give you guys a heads up that I will not be posting videos for most of February. We are in the process of finishing out the build on our new house. And so once I get into the new house, I'll have a new setup and do some videos then, but it's looking like the end of February when that will happen. So in the meantime, check out some of my other videos. Leave me comments on this video and any other videos that you watch. What are you guys doing with your portfolios for the new year? I'd love to know. I stay on top of all those comments and I will reply as soon as I have a chance. I appreciate all the love and support. So please feel free to like, subscribe, and tell your friends about the videos. And I will see you guys again soon from the new house.